Hello and welcome back to another video. I'm so excited to get into this one because this is just really close to my heart and it's really what carries me through hardships and some obstacles or when a mistake happens. So I'm really excited to share these 7 beliefs with you so you may find maybe some wisdom in them or can carry little nuggets of them throughout your day. So, the first one, let's get right into it, is that everything is always happening for my highest good. The universe, God, source, whatever you relate to most, wants what is best for you. Everything that's happening is happening for you. It's not happening to you, it's happening for you. It's happening for your growth. It's happening for you to learn things and to see things. And once you start taking on this perspective instead of, oh, why is this happening to me? I don't understand. Or, trying to trust that whatever is happening is either to show you something, to teach you something, and it's coming from love. It's coming from love. It's for your highest good. So the second one that I choose to believe is that rejection is redirection. So this one is really helpful when something is out of your control and you feel rejected, for example, with a job opportunity that you didn't get or a house that you didn't get, in my experience, or maybe a person not wanting to be with you and making you feel like you've been rejected. And instead of thinking that you're wrong or that there's something wrong with you or that you are not good enough, I choose to see it as a way that God or the universe is interfering, and because I'm not going into the right direction, maybe outside of myself, things are happening that are kind of steering me into a different direction. So it's God or the universe creating space for what is meant for you, right? If you were to take that job, you wouldn't have space for the job that's actually for you. Or if you were to be with that person, there's no space for the person that you're actually supposed to be with to get there, right? So I choose to really be very, very grateful when things may not go my way, because I know that my dreams and the unfolding of my dreams is so beyond my comprehension of what's possible that I choose to trust and sometimes allow God, allow the universe to guide me into a specific direction when I may not expect that. So it's really helpful for, just really accepting rejection, because you know that it's for your highest good as well. It's a redirection. And the third one, this is one that I had so much trouble accepting, and it took me some time as well to really accept this, but that's that change is the only constant. Nothing is ever constant. Everything is always changing, everything is always evolving, and honestly, what I've learned is that you cannot really rely on anything to be stable but yourself and your relationship to God. And the only thing that's ever going to be the same is that things are always changing. So things are always moving, things are always evolving. And this really helps me with being present with what I have, with being present in experiences, because they may, it sounds a bit depressing, but like they may not last, right? Because change is constant. And once you accept that, you can fully cherish everything that's happening right now instead of maybe attaching yourself to a future that may not even be there. And really guide you back into the present moment, guide you back into gratitude and appreciation. Because, when everything's always changing, the only constant that you can really have is how you accommodate yourself within those changes, like how you ground yourself. And I love using gratitude and presence as a way of grounding myself in experiences. The fourth one is surrendering to the flow of life. So to me, I realized this when I felt myself going in a direction that really felt draining and like a lot of struggle, and not in a good way, because I do believe that, when something really excites you, then hard work is rewarded and it's motivational and it feels inspirational and devotional. But sometimes things may feel like a really, really big stretch, and it feels draining. And I kind of see this as going against the current, which is just going to cost you. So discerning when to flow and which direction to flow, and noticing as well, like, where do you notice flow in your life? Where do you notice ease in your life? And where do you notice, ease and flow? Because we're so taught that everything should be hard and that everything should be difficult and that everything should be draining and costing you, when actually, when things are meant for you, you're going to notice that they're going to work out. People are going to come into your path that can help you. Your opportunities may come your way that are there to support you. When you really surrender to the flow, and instead of swimming against the current, you're going with the current, and you'll notice it's much easier. So this is one that I love with regards to just practicing surrender. Like, I love practicing surrender. I'm a very feminine being as well, so it feels very natural to me to surrender. But also knowing when to surrender and when to step more into your masculine side and take charge and take action, right? So that's where discernment is really key. And the fifth one is staying curious. So always staying curious, and whether this be for new experiences, for new people, or maybe just for, things that may not go your way, or experiences that feel a bit harder and a bit more difficult, staying curious in a sense of, like, instead of, oh, why is this happening to me, to go to like, oh, why is this happening to me? Like, what's going on here? Where can I maybe learn something? Where can I have where are the nuggets of wisdom in this experience? And just really keeping a curious eye. Even I love this as well as just with yourself and your own behaviors, when you maybe feel triggered by something, to, instead of, maybe get angry or resentful towards yourself, to really open with a curious look and to just wonder, like, oh, why did I feel that way? Why did that emotion come up? And being so gentle and so curious to really just investigate and look at it from a place of wonder and curiosity, instead of demand or resentment. So this also really just helps for my self-compassion and self-forgiveness, just always being curious about maybe why something is happening, maybe why something is happening within me or outside of myself, just always approaching things with curiosity, because to me, like, curiosity has such a like a wonderless, like, childlike awe to it, and it makes things so much lighter, right? It makes things so much lighter. And a lot of times things can feel so heavy, and life can feel so heavy, and emotions can feel so heavy. So when you have that aspect of curiosity that can kind of just like peek around the corner, you can bring some light into it and release some of that heaviness. So the other thing is number 6. We're at number 6 now. That everything, oh, I love this one. Okay, so that everything that you desire has been placed within you for a reason. That God, that the universe knows that you have the power to fulfill that specific desire. And this one has helped me so much ground into my desires and my dreams, because a lot of times, or I don't know, like it depends on your environment, but you may hear growing up or when you're expressing your desires and dreams that people may tell you that's not realistic. Like that's one that I personally have heard a lot. Like, that's not realistic. That doesn't make any sense. Like, you're never going to be able to achieve that. And I believe that if you have a certain desire, you only have that desire because you can make it happen, because you have been chosen to be that vessel through which that desire is meant to come to life. That's why you have it. So to honor that and respect that and really choose to do everything that you can to make that come true and believe in yourself and trust in God and the universe to guide you, because it's from God, it's from the universe. You have been chosen to make this come true. Because, and like just a short example, like, some people dream to be a painter. Some people dream to be a musician. Like, the musician doesn't dream to be a painter, and the painter doesn't dream to be a musician. Like, they've both been chosen to be a vessel for that specific kind of expression. And I do so firmly believe that you can make everything come true that you desire because of this, because you've been chosen to be that vessel. And yeah, so I just really love that one. And then the seventh one is one that just really helps me connect with my body, which is that your body is always trying to tell you something. And I find this one particularly to really help me ground into also this world and reality, because oftentimes, as a spiritual being, like, you have the desire, the tendency to like ascend and, let go of the body and all that if you go really deep into it. But I feel like we're here in this body, in this vessel, for a reason, to experience it. And what I've noticed just to be so true for myself is that my body is always telling me something. It's always sending me messages through, just like through sickness, through maybe ailments or like injuries. And I do really believe that every injury is just like a translation of maybe an inner belief or something happening subconsciously that's finding its way to manifest through your body. And the reason that this has helped me is because it really allows me to show up compassionately for my body and for myself, right? It's so easy to get frustrated and maybe angry even at your body for not being healthy or for being sick or for getting, injured. It's so easy to fall into that toxic relationship with your body through building up resentment or anger, or maybe through misunderstanding. And when you realize that your body is trying to tell you something, it's trying to help you, it's trying to bring something forward for you to understand so you can integrate that in your life, and then you'll notice that it resolves. And I do really believe this, and it's helped me just build such a compassionate and understanding relationship with my body. So those are all the 7. I hope that there's some wisdom in there for you, that there is something that may inspire you, and I'd love to hear about your thoughts about anything that stood out to you in particular in the comments. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.